In this lesson, we are going to be looking at layouts. So per the page, there are options, and under the insert, you have options for layouts.
This video is brought to you by Appy Academy.
Now these are per page, and you can make it look different, or you can use the same ones across multiple pages. So this is an option to however you want to build your website. And usually I would suggest that you just select the layout that makes the most sense for the content that you're trying to present. So if you have an image and some text, or if you have multiple of the same items, so let's say maybe you have some products that you want to present, or reviews of different websites or services that you offer. So if you have more than one thing, you've got an option down here. If you just want to have some content, typical content, there's an option over here. And if you're going to have some images, multiple images here, there's also another option here. And then you can customize these layouts as needed. So you can see that each one of these is ready for an image or calendar, a map, or a content from the drive. So it's expecting files. And then you can also always adjust these as needed. So you can move things around as needed. And you can also duplicate the section. You can update the section background. You can even add an image to the section background. And then if it's not what you wanted, you can always delete it, and you can select one of the other layouts that are available. So it's already predefined. So if this one is ready for some text, and let's say you want the image underneath and the text on top, you can always adjust it as needed. You can make it bigger, you can make the text smaller, you can move the image over. So this is all drag and drop. So the concept is that you drag, you drop it, and you position your content as you want to use it. So once content is inside of other content, then it's you can select it and you can make use of it. You can also extend the width of it as well. So you could also resize it, move it to where it's going to be shown within the page, also have additional more white space. And remember, if you are adjusting the size of it, and if you're not going with the standard layouts, if you're making some changes, just as I've done, then always go over to the preview and make sure that it is previewing properly on the different size devices. Because you got to remember, when you update your dimensions might not transcribe the same way on a smaller device where the screen might not have as much available width as it does height. So always when you're developing, make sure that you are accommodating for this. So there's predefined areas here where you can add in a title, and you can update the way that the content looks. You can insert hyperlinks, or you can simply delete out that option. And then you can always add in additional text boxes and images as needed. So going over to the insert, you just simply click to add it, and then you could drag it and drop it to where you need it. So let's say you had multiple text boxes. So I've created a few different text boxes, or if you wanted a text on top again. So you just move them around and position them as needed. So sometimes they are a little bit difficult to adjust. So you got to always take that into consideration when you are using the layouts, that these are meant as predefined styles. So if you want to quickly develop your website, use the layouts. If you want to really customize where text box, images, files go, where embedded code goes, and where all of this embedded stuff goes, then just use the regular inserts. Don't use the layouts, because the layouts are usually fairly strict. And as you can see, it isn't the easiest one to work with to make adjustments to how the layout content is presented, if you want to add it, or if you want to resize it or move things around. And then if it again isn't as you want it, you can delete the section. If you deleted it by mistake, you can always undo it, and you can retrieve back that content. So you can also go undo all the way back. So there's quite a bit that you can go back, and just simply by clicking you can undo, and whatever mistakes you make, just make sure that you undo it at the time, and that you don't go off and do another section, so you're going to have even more content to undo if there are some mistakes. So work on it section by section, bit by bit. If you do need the layout areas, these are just predefined structures that you can bring into your project really easily.